We're at the Dedelic Days, and I got here Robin from Forgotten Keys, and they got an interesting exploration game. What you can tell us about AER?
Yeah, okay. So AER is a adventure among the clouds. So you play as a girl with the ability to transform into a bird, and you will fly to explore and experience the world of floating islands.
So, is exploration the only thing you do in the game?
We wanted to build a game around exploration, so we're trying to kind of like all the mechanics we design and all the world we designed around it is to point towards exploration. But you will be able to like run around, and you will be able to transform into a bird and fly around. But you'll also like traverse down to ruins from an old civilization, and in the end confront gods. Down in these ruins you'll also find like a threat, guardians from ancient times, which you have to sneak around and also maybe solve some puzzles, and yeah, get to find pieces of the story to piece it together as well. So it's the focus is on explorations, but there are a lot of things to do while doing the exploration. Yeah.
So, but when you started developing, so the exploration was what you began with.
We thought like, yeah, we want to make a game which is surrounding exploration and the joys of discovery. So the first thing we thought about, they said, okay, what's the best way to convey this? And we also wanted like this feeling of freedom, and we thought like, okay, what if you could fly, and also if we can have these kind of floating islands that was in the sky, if we have this flying element, and it was really cool. So from the beginning we have this girl who ran around, and then when you start flying you use the hang glider to get from place to place. But as we developed the world and thought back, okay, this got to be more magical and more mystic, and also kind of incorporating the fantasy of saving a world in the end, and we thought like, okay, our heroine must be a bit more unique, so we added the ability to transform to a bird instead. And yeah, and it fits well into the story that we have right now.
There was another game which taking place in the clouds, and was Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So was this kind of also kind of inspiration?
Okay, no, actually, I don't think, at least I didn't play Skyward Sword of the Zelda series. Maybe someone did, but it wasn't really one of the main inspirations of the game. Rather, we looked at a lot of games which has like this kind of more atmospheric feel to it, and also adventure games which are like kind of based on an open world or exploration. So if you'd say Zelda, I'd say more about Wind Waker than Skyward Sword, but also like games like Journey, and trying to like combine these to something new and make something that focuses entirely on exploration instead. Yeah.
Talking about Journey, it's something you experience together. Is it something in AER that you also want to integrate, that you have these experiences together?
Yeah, we don't really want to make a multiplayer game because we don't have that much experience with making those kind of games, and it takes a lot of time to make something cool like that. So, but it has been on the table. We have discussed it and see how we can implement it in the game. But we thought that it's better to focus our small team's efforts on making the best possible experience we can for single player, and then see if there's anything possible with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's ambitious to you want to come out on PC and console, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of ambitious, I guess. But I think it's possible as long as we keep it in mind all the time from actually starting to build the world and starting to build everything. It's designed to work with both the keyboard and mouse and the controller, as we soon realized that controller is one of the best ways to actually play third-person adventures. So yeah, I don't think it will be a problem, and we're using the Unity engine as well, which makes a lot of things much easier for us, even if there's still a lot to think about when porting to the other platforms as well.
And the game has a special art style. What can you tell me about that?
Okay, so we are using like this low poly art style with vibrant colors, and it all started actually as a part of a bachelor thesis at the university, where we looked at cubism and how we could use inspiration from cubism into creating a game world. This also brought with it lots of technology advantages, such as being able to render lots on the screen at the same time, and also being able to create assets in a quite fast way. So we thought like, yeah, okay, what can we do with these? What does it mean in the process of making the game? And what it means is that we can make lots of diversity and make large worlds without that much effort. So we actually can build the whole game even though we are in the team. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And we had these when you can transform into a bird, you said, and you can fly around. How much? What do you think? How much? How big is it? What a large part is it of the game to fly around?
We have discussed like percentages of where you're moving in the game and where you're exploring, and I think we'd say we'll land somewhere like 50% flying around, finding new islands, and also traversing down into caves and ruins and dungeons to find out what's happening in this world.
And when this game is planned to come out?
It's planned to be released in 2016 together with Daedalic. Yeah, so it's still quite a long time in development, and we hopefully can deliver some cool new updates during 2015. So yeah.
What's the part of Daedalic in this development?
They're helping us with getting the game out there to the public. So we're the Forgotten Keys, the company and the team developing the game. And if we bump into problems we can't solve ourselves, we can help. We can ask Daedalic for help. But otherwise, they're helping us with basically publishing, distribution, that kind of thing. So we are the developers, and they're helping us with getting the game out there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.